Born in the year 1880, our soldier, a young and ambitious lad, was drawn to the call of duty, joining the British Army at the tender age of 17. In the heart of the Victorian era, his life was anything but ordinary. The allure of the military, the promise of adventure, the quest for honor pulled him away from the comforts of home. The Boer War, at the turn of the century, marked his initiation into the harsh realities of combat. Amid the dusty plains and rugged terrains of South Africa, our soldier tasted the bittersweet potion of warfare. His courage was not born out of the romanticized tales of heroism, but from the gritty, unflinching face of adversity. His determination, not from the allure of medals and accolades, but from the relentless pursuit of duty. It was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey that would take him through the fires of 6 wars. As the world plunged into the darkness of the First World War, our soldier found himself in the heart of the battlefield. The year was 1914, and the world was a brutal, unforgiving place. The Great War, as it was called, was a test of endurance, courage, and the human spirit. In the mud-filled trenches, where the stench of fear and gunpowder was always present, our soldier was not just another face. He was the epitome of bravery. Amid the chaos and the constant rain of shells, he stood his ground. His comrades fell around him, their bodies consumed by the war machine, yet he remained resolute. One fateful day, a bullet found its mark. He was shot in the face. The blow was devastating, robbing him of his left eye. But the battlefield was no place for the weak. Despite his gruesome injury, he continued to fight, to lead, to inspire. His spirit remained unbroken. Then came another blow. He was shot again, this time losing his hand. The pain was unimaginable, the loss profound. Yet even as he grappled with his new reality, he held on to his resolve. His spirit, it seemed, was made of stronger metal than the bullets that sought to break him. Where most men would have given up, resigned to their fate, our soldier chose a different path. He chose to fight. He chose to return to the battlefield, to the trenches, to the heart of the storm. He did not ask for pity. He did not seek comfort. Instead, he asked to go back. His request was met with disbelief. After all, who would willingly return to the war-torn battlefield, especially after suffering such grave injuries? But our soldier was not like most men. He was a warrior. A survivor. He was the soldier who refused to die where most would have given up. He asked to go back into the heart of the storm. Between the wars, our soldier's spirit remained unbroken, his thirst for action unquenched. The world may have been in a brief respite, but for Adrian Carton de Wiart, peace was merely a pause between battles. A man who had lost an eye and a hand in the First World War, you'd think he'd had enough of war, but it was as if the universe conspired to keep him in the thick of things. When a plane he was on crashed into the Mediterranean Sea, he emerged not just alive, but ready to fight another day. This was a man who wouldn't let a simple plane crash deter him from his path. And yet, even the indomitable spirit of Adrian met with a hiccup as he found himself captured by the Italians. But captivity, like peace, was merely a pause for our soldier. In a daring escape from the prison camp, he emerged back into the world, ready to rejoin the fight. His spirit, his will to fight, it was infectious. And it was this spirit that led him to rejoin the Allied forces for the Second World War. He was not a young man anymore. His body had been through trials that would have broken lesser men. But Adrian was not a lesser man. He was a soldier, a fighter, a survivor. Even as the world descended into chaos once more, Adrian stood tall, his spirit unbroken, his will unyielding. He was ready for war because for him, war was life. It was in his blood, in his bones. It was who he was. This was a man who had seen the worst of humanity, had felt the sting of bullets, the ache of loss, and yet he stood tall, a beacon in the face of adversity. His courage and tenacity were not just his own, they were a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. His courage and tenacity were a beacon, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. Thus be the soldier who had survived 6 wars, who had lived through a century of conflict, had left an indelible mark. Born in the late 19th century, this remarkable man enlisted in the British Army and first tasted battle in the Boer War. But it was during the World Wars where his legend truly took shape. Shot in the face, he lost an eye, a hand, yet his spirit remained unbroken. He was captured, imprisoned, and even survived a plane crash. Yet none of these could deter him from the path he had chosen. His courage, resilience, and determination were not just exceptional, they were almost superhuman. His name was Adrian Carton de Wiart, a soldier who did not just survive, but lived through some of the most turbulent times in human history. Some soldiers fight for medals, some fight for country, but our soldier fought because war was the only life he knew. History remembers generals, but sometimes the most extraordinary stories belong to the survivors.